Good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of the Lord of the Rings LCG Progression Series. And today we're going to be looking at the contract that came with the Hunt for the Dreadnaught scenario. It is a contract, a Perilous Voyage. It's not common for a card to be released with the print-on-demand quest, but this one did have one, so let's take a look. Your minimum deck size is 100 cards. Your threat cannot be reduced by player card effects. Exhaust this card and raise your threat by 1 to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Draw 1 and place the other on the bottom of your deck. When you would be eliminated by reaching your threat elimination level, flip this card over instead. Side B. Your threat cannot be reduced by non-contract player card effects. Heroes you control do not exhaust a quest. When this card is flipped to this side, reduce your threat by 10. Search your deck for a card and either add it to your hand or play it, reducing its cost by 3. Shuffle your deck. So, let's talk about the downsides first. Minimum deck size of 100 means a less efficient deck. It means less likelihood of drawing the cards that you need when you need them. And the second downside is the lack of threat reduction. You can't reduce your threat by player card effects. In some quests, that's going to be a very big deal. Quests that really try to raise your threat rapidly. That's going to be a tough caveat to overcome. And in addition, to take full advantage of the card, and the Perilous Voyage, and the card draw that it provides, you have to raise your threat yourself. On the flip side, heroes you control do not exhaust a quest. That's a nice benefit, and additional card draw, and a little cost reduction on that card. This contract will be very good against some quests. There will be some quests it's going to be a real struggle against. The quests that are trying to raise your threat by a lot. And there will be some hero combinations you won't be able to play because they start with too high a threat. But I do think this card has more good than bad. It may even be quite strong. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna match Bond of Friendship for strongest quest. Depends concerning Messenger of the King. Messenger of the King is very strong, but I'm just gonna take a second to rant about a ruling that the developers made on contracts, which is that you do the setup after the encounter deck setup. That is an absurd ruling. That is one of the worst that I've seen a developer of a card game make. And the reason is because it makes Messenger of the King in particular unplayable against some quests, like for example Fortress of Nurn. Because Fortress of Nurn takes all but 4 of the cards out of your deck, and therefore if you don't do the Messenger of the King setup until after the Fortress of Nurn setup, you only have 4 cards from which to choose an ally, which means you can't make a reliable Messenger of the King deck for the Fortress of Nurn. And there's no reason for that ruling, really. You could easily do that quest setup before the encounter deck setup and not lose anything in terms of challenge, really. It would just allow you to play the card the way you built, or play your deck the way you built the deck to be played. The whole point of Messenger of the King, one of the points, is to give you a way to reliably get out a powerful ally so that you don't have to just build your deck around heroes. You can build your deck around 2 heroes and an interesting ally, and that opens up a lot of deck building possibilities and combos that I really like. Then to make a ruling which reduces the reliability of those decks is just nonsensical to me. I don't understand it at all, why you would do that. The ruling should be, at least for Messenger of the King, issue an errata if you need to, but that you should be able to just play 1 copy of the ally that you want to bring out of the deck with Messenger of the King, and you should be able to do it every single game without any kind of luck getting in the way. Because to design a deck like that, which means you can design a deck around an ally and then have the deck's effectiveness reduced arbitrarily by luck, which could easily be avoided by design. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. I love this game, and I think the developers have generally done a very good job with card design and with erratas and with rulings, but that ruling is terrible. Just flat out objectively terrible. Sorry, developers, but and could easily be changed at any time. They could issue an errata to cards or an errata to the rules or a rule supplementation or something like that, which would reduce headaches and increase possibilities for deck building for players who are trying to build decks to beat all the quests or things like that. Anyway, I'll climb down off my soapbox now and continue talking about A Perilous Voyage. And I was comparing it to Messenger of the King, and so I don't think A Perilous Voyage is better than Messenger of the King. But they're comparable in terms of their power that they provide, I think. Which means Perilous Voyage, there's going to be at least one or two decks out there that are very, very powerful with this card because of the card draw that it provides. And card draw can be tough to come by for a lot of hero combinations, and so adding this level of additional card draw, I think that's the main benefit of this contract. And then the heroes you control do not exhaust the quest is a pretty nice benefit as well. It's not worth as much as the card draw to me, though. That's the main benefit. And the cost reduction on the flip side is nice, too. But with the caveat that encounter decks that are really trying to force you to raise your threat are going to give you a hard time when you're playing this contract. So, now we will move on to the quest, the Hunt for the Dreadnaught. Good afternoon. We're back with another episode of the Lord of the Rings LCG Progression Series. Playing solo as always, and today's quest is the Hunt for the Dreadnaught. So we'll be playing on standard difficulty. I prepare my fleet, which will just be Pride of Lebanon, one ship per player. Set aside all 7 unique enemies. Shuffle the encounter deck and discard until I find 2 locations. There they are. And once per game I can deal 10 damage to a non-unique enemy. Need 8 to progress, but I don't really want to until I'm ready to take on the Dreadnaught. Two copies of Steward of Gondor isn't great. I do draw 5 more cards though, thanks to Pride of Lebanon, and then I shuffle 5 back into the deck, so that will definitely be one of them. Gandalf I don't need right away. 2. The rest of these are pretty good. Pretty darn good. So let's just go 3, 4, 5. Sad to lose some of those, but remainder are better. So draw 1. I'll good harvest Steward out. And I'll go ahead and get Ioreth out. And a dagger on Saruman. And it's quest for, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So no progress, no threat. I'll go ahead and this starts with 1 resource on it per player. I'll go ahead and move there. And that will be the first round. Get out Elfstone on the active location. And we'll quest for, once again, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When revealed until the end of the round, treat the text box of each non-ship ally is blank except for traits. Okay, no problem. So 6 to 9 is 7, 8, 9. Okay, on to the next round. Gondorian Shield. Faramir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 11. Let's see. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I forget the lower threat with Frodo last round? I did. So it's 12 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It has +1 for Elfstone. So I get that resource once I complete this, which I'll put on Éowyn, I think. And then I get the Elfstone of benefit, which will be Firyal. Let's go ahead and move to one of these. I guess Mouths of the Anduin. My goal here is just to get set up and prepared for the Dreadnaught. The Dreadnaught flips over and becomes much more threatening when half of its HP is gone, so it's best to kill it. And you can't kill it all in one round because it can't take more than 5 damage per player per each round. When it flips over, it's going to start bringing in these dudes into play. Unique enemies, and so I have to be prepared to take them out. So, just going to continue getting set up. I'm pretty stable thanks to Frodo. And that will be all for that round. Ranger of Cardolan, I will play that. And let's quest for, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's quest for 14 or 15. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14. Let's take a look with Firyal. That's fine. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Go ahead and move here. I'm saving this because it heals my ship when I clear it. Let's continue to get a better board state. Frodo should have reduced threat by 1. Let's quest for 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14. Take a look with Firyal. That is a blank card, so the next one up, okay. So it's 4, 8, 9, 10 to 14. Clears the location, move to Last Wicked Cove, and on to the next round. Frodo lowers threat by 1. Raven-winged Helm. And once again, we're questing for 4, let's see, 4, 8, 12, like 15, so 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 16 we'll quest for. Take a look with Firyal. It's fine, so it's 10, I make 6 progress. And we'll move there. Lower threat thanks to Frodo. Second Dagger of Westernese. Wondering if I should just advance to phase 2 now. My setup is pretty strong. How much stronger can it get? How much damage do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, it's not that much. It's not enough to take out most of these guys in one hit. I can tank them easily enough, but maybe I need to wait. Let's go ahead and quest. I need 4, 8, 13, like 16. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. Take a look with Firyal. No, I don't want the ship, so discard that. So it's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. So this enemy is going to engage. After it engages, it gets +4 attack until the end of the round. It will attack my ship. So it's 8, 3 damage. And then I need 11 back, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does not kill it. On to the next round. That is not useful at all. Forgot to reduce threat with Frodo. So 1, 2, 3, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12 or so. Let's go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Shields to Beregond. Take a look with Firyal. No, I don't want that at all. But I'll let it go through, I think. Let's see, 14 to 8. B6 progress, 1. Wait, am I questing for 14? 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm questing for 14, so it makes 6 progress. That would move me on to phase 2. I could cancel this with a test of will. But I don't want to move on right now, so I'm going to cancel it with Firyal. And hope I actually get some threat. Which I do not. Oh, put the top card of the Corsair deck into play, engaged with me. I'll test of will that. So I make 6 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is going to move me on into phase 2. Add the Dreadnaught to the staging enemy, to the staging area. No more than 5 progress per round. When the Dreadnaught attacks, raise threat by 4 to cancel it. Remove 5 progress from the stage to choose any group to shuffle 1 set-aside Gondorian warship into the deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to the shipyard. And the Dreadnaught has archery 1. That's not too big a deal. Put that there. And then we have 2 attacks, and I think I will cancel that for 4 threat. Should reduce threat by 1 for Frodo. And then this attack can go on the Pride of Lebanon. If the attack is undefended, it's not, so no damage. And then I need 5 damage back, so Saruman can take care of that. He's gonna dagger the ship to death. Alrighty. On to the next round. Rosy Cotton. So let's quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22, to 8, 10. That's what I'm taking a look at with Firyal, and that seems fine. So 10 to 22 is 12 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can spend 5 resources to heal 5 damage from a ship objective and flip it to its upgraded side. So we heal this up, flip it over. It's now got 6 health, and I can heal 2 damage from a character and choose 2 cards from the discard pile to go in the victory display, so I wouldn't see them again. I'll just choose ships, I guess. The warship for sure is a nasty one, and the war galley can go off too. Or maybe black sails. That one seems worse. Okay, action, I'll remove 5. Shuffle one of the warships into my deck. Unfortunately, I'm going to know when it's coming. And then the shipyard goes away. I'll go ahead and move to Cobas Haven. And the Dreadnaught gets an attack. It has archery 1. And it gets an attack against my ship. 1 damage to the defending character, and then 1 damage for the 7 against 6 shields. I will attack back. I can attack for 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 damage. Don't want to get it down too low without being ready to kill it. But I can't wait too long either, because it'll eventually kill my ship. So the thing about this quest is when this Dreadnought gets down to half health, at the end of the round it flips over, and then after it flips, each player puts 1 set aside unique Corsair enemy into play at random. So I get one of these bosses, which I don't know if that's too big a deal right now. I've got real good control over the game and the encounter deck due to Firyal. It would be a big deal if I got one of these ships in like a boarding 3 all at once. I'd probably die. But some of these enemies are pretty beastly. We'll see next round. Move on to the next round. Unexpected Courage is a good draw just in case. I can get that on Beregond. And let's go ahead and quest. Quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Did I remember to reduce threat with Frodo last round? I don't think I did. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Éowyn as well. Or should I save her for some kind of a play on the boss? Well, that wouldn't be this round, right? So let's go up to 22. 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Take a look with Firyal, and the card is a sea monster. Sea monsters may attack and defend against, or ship objectives may attack and defend against sea monsters, but it's not a ship enemy. So it doesn't have to. It can attack Beregond. When revealed, deal 4 damage to the ship enemy or ship objective with the fewest remaining hit points. Do I allow this to go through? I don't think I do. I think I'll discard it with Firyal. So it's 22 to 8. Okay, that's better. 1 damage to each enemy. And then 1 damage for each exhausted character. That's going to be 1, 2. So I make 12 progress. Alright. I'm going to use Ioreth to heal. And we'll get another one of these warships into my deck. Oh, it's not into my deck. It's into the encounter deck. Whoops. That makes more sense, to be honest. That makes a lot more sense. Alrighty. So, just got to deal with an attack from the Dreadnought. I don't think I'll move there yet. Got one archery to deal with, though. And then attack from the Dreadnought. For 1 damage. And then we can deal back 5, 6, or 6, 7, 8, 9 for an extra 4. Okay, at the end of the round, if the Dreadnought has less than half of its starting hit points, which it does, it only has 5 more hit points. Flip it over. After it flips, put 1 set-aside unique Corsair enemy into play at random engaged. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need a random number from 1 to 6. We'll go from left to right. The number is 2, so it will be Commander of the Dreadnought. Engaged player cannot attack the Dreadnought. After the Commander of the Dreadnought attacks you, the Dreadnought attacks you. Okay. That's a big deal. On to the next round. We'll get out Elfhelm. I think I forgot Frodo once again. So, let's go ahead and quest for, well, heal with Ioreth. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's take a look with Firyal. Gondorian warship, definitely want that. So it's 17 to 7, 10 progress. When revealed, choose a player. That player gains control of Gondorian warship. That's very helpful. Right on time. When it's destroyed, set it aside out of play. Okay. And no surge. That's great. I make another 10 progress, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to shuffle in another warship. Just make sure I shuffle. The top card isn't another warship right now. Of course, I did shuffle. Because that was very lucky. Okay, so I've got a couple of attacks to manage. The Dreadnought will attack. But first the Commander of the Dreadnought attacks against Beregond. I reduced threat by 1 with Frodo, by the way. That's going to be 0 damage, which lowers threat by 1. And after he attacks, the Dreadnought attacks against my ship. If defending character is a ship attached taking on water to it. That's terrible. When attached objective exhausts, deal 2 damage to it. Exhaust 3 characters to discard taking on water. Okay. So I take 1 damage from the attack. And now it gets a normal attack against my other ship. 4, 5. Oh, it's attacking for a reduced amount, so I don't take an additional damage. I didn't notice. Of course, it's damage, so that makes sense. So 5, it's 1 damage to the warship. Now, my turn. I will attack with Éowyn. Exhaust her. I'll use her once per game and increase threat by 3 to boost her attack to 10. Add Beregond. That'll be 11. And that will kill the commander of the Dreadnaught. And then Éowyn can attack for 10, which will deal the last 5 damage of the Dreadnaught's health. And that will end the quest. So a pretty smooth playthrough once I got set up. I was not certain about this quest as I'd not played it before. That's why I played it a little more cautiously than I needed to, but I think once I got Firyal set up, it was over. He provides so much control over the encounter deck because the ship enemies are the real threat from the encounter deck, and there's not that many of them, and Firyal can mitigate their threat, so the threat of them. The threat they pose, not the threat of the card. So once he came out, he made the quest a lot easier. But anyway, I like this quest a lot. It's very cool. So, thanks for watching.